Well. It's the end, you guys. It's the final curtain call. After 8 long seasons, The Shy has reached the end, and I am here to talk about it. Let's get right into it. It's your boy Jamar back with another video. Back with another banger. Today reviewing The Shy Season 8, Episode 10, entitled The Last Dance, which is the series finale, you guys. We made it to the end, 8 long seasons, and I have mixed reactions for the finale. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It seems like everyone, for the most part, had a happy ending. Yeah, and I don't really have that many complaints because a lot of characters showed up, but let's just get right into the episode. So the episode starts off with Tiffany in bed, still regretting everything that happened with Keisha. And Keisha's in bed crying, venting to Emmett, basically telling Emmett that she disinvited Tiffany to the wedding and she doesn't want to have the wedding at Tiffany's house anymore. So Emmett basically told her that he's going to change the venue and basically distrust him on this. So Shaw and Victor are talking because Shaw, is packing his stuff up to move into the new house that, Darnell left him. And, they're chopping it up and basically going through their journeys and this and that and third. Tiffany goes to see Keisha, and basically they have a long way to talk. And Keisha basically tells her that she can't forgive. She says that she's still mad at her, but she'll forgive her for now, and they'll work their way back to forgiving each other. So they basically reconcile. And then Victor and Fatima are talking, and basically Victor tries to invite Fatima to the wedding, but she's like, "I already have a date, it's, ISIS or whatever," and then whatever. But they agree to start taking things slow, whatever. So then Makari is talking with his sister about him and Lene moving to Atlanta with her, and she's excited and everything. And Darnell's talking with Emmett. Emmett basically says that he wants to have the wedding in Jada and Darnell's backyard. So basically, Darnell and Emmett talking, they have their little 1-2-1-2, whatever. So then Keisha's getting ready for the wedding with, Darnell's girlfriend, Riley, and out of nowhere, her mom shows up. And they have a little reunion. And basically she's saying, I couldn't miss my daughter's wedding, but she was like, but you missed the birth of my second child. She was like, I'm regretting myself for that. She was like, you were here for the first child, so I don't really care. It's whatever. They hug and have their little reunion. So then Evan and his son have an emotional little one-on-one. He gives him his ring, tells him not to lose or whatever. Then Hannibal returns, his girlfriend, and he finds out his girlfriend has a new boyfriend. And they basically agree to go to the wedding together for, one last dance. So then the dude that Bakari beat up a few weeks ago goes into smoke. He's looking for him, but, Key tells him that he's not there and whatever. So then Papa and his girl are talking, and basically he agrees to become better for her, and she agrees to stay by his side as long as he's not going nowhere. So yeah, I guess they agree to stay together, whatever. A lot of stuff I'm gonna skim through because basically the wedding and people just talking, whatever. Jake and his girl agree to move in, whatever. Like, I'm just trying to get through it because it's just a bunch of like hoopla and like final, reminiscence, whatever. But then everyone walks down the aisle, cool. They're about to get ready for the wedding. So as everyone's walking down the aisle, Keisha comes out ready, and then Kevin comes beside her and basically walks her down the aisle, which is bittersweet. Kevin's back. Whoop-de-doo. Kevin's return was kind of lackluster, though. I thought I would expect more from the scenes because basically throughout the episodes, all we see is Kevin like montages taking photos with the boys and everything, but he don't really have that many speaking scenes. So I don't know. I feel like Kevin's return was a little disappointing. But boom, Keisha walks down the aisle. Her and Evan gives their vows. They get married, whatever. So then, like I said, it's just a bunch of hoopla. Everyone talking. Tiffany gives her blessing to Emmett. Emmett apologizes for being a terrible person to her. Whatever. People give their speeches. The stud and the trans end up getting together, which is kind of weird. Well, not weird, but I'm just saying, like, whatever. Whatever. They had their final dance. Like, I'm just skimming through it because not really much to talk about. Tiffany talks to her mom about her and EJ moving in together. Victor and Fatima finally get together. Whoop-de-doo. Like I said, it's just the wedding. Everybody doing whatever they do, whatever. But yeah, everyone taking photos, whatever. Okay, so the wedding is over now. So then, Victor and Jake visit Reg in jail, and they have an emotional talk, and they basically promise to visit Reg in jail, which is crazy. Y'all really about to let Reg rot in prison like this? This is crazy, over a crime that he didn't commit. That's the only issue I have with the finale. It's like everyone has a happy ending but Reg, but whatever. Like, I don't know, I feel like it's a little insane that y'all just gonna let Reg rot, but cool. If that's how I want to end it, cool. Lene is moving out to Atlanta with Bakari. She gives the keys to Keisha. Keisha has a reminiscence, looks through the house, whatever. So then, as Bakari and Lene are packing the U-Haul truck for Atlanta, the dude that Bakari beat up ended up finding him, and he shoots him, and he starts bleeding on the floor, and Lene like runs after him crying, and this and that and third, and he's like bleeding out. So then we get a flash forward to a year later, and we see what everyone's doing. So basically, Tiffany, her mom, and EJ are all together, living together, happy. But Victor and Fatima are together, happy. Um, Everyone's just doing what they're doing. Papa has his own podcast. Jake and his girlfriend living together, happy. Resident, prison still. Like, what the hell? Resident's in prison. And we go to Bakari's book signing, and Lene is there pregnant with Bakari, who has gruesome hair, and he apparently survived the shooting. So we're like, okay, Bakari's alive, happy. I'm assuming they're in Atlanta, living life. So then, and Lene's pregnant too. So then we get to the end where Emmett and his kids and everything, the whole family, they're eating at Smokies. And then the little boys end up doing the bite scene where, Jake, Kevin, and Papa did at the beginning of the series. And the episode just zooms out to the city of Shy and it cuts off. And that was the end of the Shy. Now, how did y'all feel about the last episode? It could have been a lot better, like I said. It was kind of cheesy, kind of like predictable, and kind of just stupid because everyone got a happy ending but Reg. Okay, I guess is that how y'all want to do it? So that was the end of the Shy. I would say of the 8 long seasons, I am going to miss the Shy. I am because I've watched the show since I was in middle school, and I'm a grown adult, and I'm finally saying goodbye to the Shy. So it's been a good run, 8 long seasons. These past 2 seasons have been lackluster, but regardless of the fact, I had shout out to the cast and the crew because I do think The Shy was a really terrific show and it had a really terrific run for a black show. So give it up for The Shy. I will miss you guys, and you guys had a good run, 8 seasons. You guys should be proud of yourselves. Give it up for The Shy. Be proud of yourselves because you guys did that. You guys ate that. You guys should clock that. So that was the end of The Shy, and that's it. The end. I won't see you guys anymore for no more Shy reviews. Of course, I review other shows, but this is the end of The Shy. So hey, this is the series finale, and I will see you guys next time.